Morning, Ulu. Let's actually check my. There we go. Nice and properly focused on. Is this not working? No. Okay. Let me. Okay, there we go. I don't know what the difference between window capture and game capture is, but sometimes one will work and one won't. Oh, wrong thing. There we go. Okay. I'm kind of feeling a little under the weather, a little like phlegmy, so apologies ahead of time. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that we're taking the main quest from Tuliolo. Is there a blue quest on here that I have not recognized before? One last hurrah, is that it? Probably. I want to show that I'm a smart gamer boy and I don't need the internet to tell me where to go. Yep, this looks like it. Casts his gaze expectantly at the harbor. Ah, you're missing, aren't you? Just the man I was after, as it happens. Old Kettenrev asked me, tasked me with finding you, since he got a proposition for you. Stay right there, I'll go fetch him. Apologies for calling you like this, but I was hoping we could parlay before you took leave of Tuliolo. I've still got like 2 more patches here, man. Don't worry about it. I'll come right to the chase. I want you on board for my final expedition. How old are you? You're over 100 at this point, right? Before I get into the particulars, allow me to spin you a quick yarn. These days, any Eorzean sailor worth their salt bound for Tyrol will take the established route and skirt the southern Indigo Deep. Back when the maps of the realm were nothing but blank parchment past Vilbrant, all we had was the allure of the horizon to guide us. Most of me fellow explorers weighed anchor and cut a course due west, heading straight for adventure. Alas, most were lost to the waves. Me and my crew and I reached Tyrol on account of us ranging northward and avoiding the same treacherous waters that claimed them. That stretch of the deep came to be known as Shade's Triangle. I had a notion to solve its mysteries on behalf of my fallen comrades, but after their arriving on these shores, it was the land, not the sea, that promised adventures anew. Once I settled here and disbanded the expedition, and never did get the opportunity. But then I crossed paths with a certain realm-renowned adventurer and began to wonder. Aye, something told me that with your help, I'd finally shed light on the mystery of those accursed waters. So how about it? Will you join this old explorer on one final jaunt? You had me at mystery, but what are your duties at the palace? What are your duties at the palace? Not to worry, I propose all this with the full backing of the Dawn servants. Truth be told, even before Galul Jaja asked me to watch over Kona and Wuklamat, I feared I'd never sail again. Any road, I sensed the pair were wise to me worry, and so I laid it all bare. And you say the mystery of Shade's Triangle has haunted you since? The region of which you speak is an impediment to trade with foreign nations. Any effort to unravel its secrets would ultimately benefit Chiliolol. Sounds like it might be the last chance you get, especially if you're hoping to get missing involved. Besides, Papa would turn in his grave if we barred his old friend from one final voyage. I say follow your heart, Tonqua. Sure, you'll be wanting more details, but I'd like to set sail sooner rather than later. Let's reconvene once we put a few malms between us and the harbor. The ship is ready and waiting. Had her sent over from Limsa especially. When you're ready, speak with off name on the pier. Once you're ready, all rows out to the sea vessel here in the skiff. I presume Ket and Rem told, I presume? Ket and Rem told me all about you. The name's, off a name? Maybe? Navigator by trade. They say the Shade Triangle is racked with storms year-round, but a closer look at a chart will tell you that it ain't strictly true. For a brief season, the sky's clear and the sea's calm, hence why the old explorer's eager to weigh anchor. What's the matter? Don't tell me you're wary of climbing on this little rowboat. We're not rowing all the way to Shade's Triangle. Our vessel is waiting out beyond the shallows. Any road? When you're good and prepared to leave, just say the word. Don't know about whether to respect your mettle or question your sanity, but welcome aboard. Shade's Triangle, here we come. Plain sailing thus far, might be time to ask about our destination. Actually, give me 1 second. Shade's Triangle is churning vessel storms, so every time a vessel goes missing in the region, most blame the treacherous conditions. But hear this, there are records of the last ship to seek to chart those waters, and the message they relayed to their escorts passing strange. Conditions fair, crescent-shaped isle, sighted in the vicinity, potential safe haven during storms, attempting to make landfall. They never made it back to port despite these calm seas. Folks have taken a call on the island the Occult Crescent ever since. They say it's not but a shifting mirage that claims the lives of all who sight it. Everyone on board knows the risks involved with a voyage like this, but there ain't nothing like the thrill of the unknown to trump good sense. Aye, with the mystery and promise of new discovery, it's hard to resist. Am I right in thinking the same applies to you? Anyhow, why don't you get acquainted with the rest of the crew? I'll be here checking the charts. Once you've got the measure of folks risking their hides along with you, come and find me. Take me first trip to these waters. I've sailed close to Shade's Triangle to survey the weather many a time. Only on the clearest days when the sea's flat as glass do you get a glimpse of the isle. It looks unremarkable from a distance, but that's exactly what the poor bastards who went missing must have thought. Never did pluck up the courage to take a closer peek, curious as it was. But when I heard Kettenram was leading an expedition to the heart of the triangle, I signed right up. Don't get me wrong, I've still got me reservations, but when I think of what's waiting for us in these waters, it's the excitement that wins out. My grandfather once sailed with Kettenram. He was right there with him when they first made landfall in Tyrol. But it wasn't Tyrol they were aiming for. They left Eorzea westward bound for Hingashi. They didn't count on a great big continent lying between them and their destination. Once they were ashore, they soon forgot all about the Far East. Eventually, my grandfather settled, and here I am, 3 generations later. By all accounts, journeying with Kettenram's life-changing. I mean that in the best possible sense, of course. This isn't some foolhardy treasure hunt. No, solving the Isle's secrets will be worth more than any. Solving the Isle's secrets will be worth more than any glittering trinkets. And if we can open up safe passage to the island, there's potential to establish a permanent landing. Just imagine the boon to foreign trade that would bring. All which to say, there's more at stake here than lining our pockets. There's no telling what awaits us on the island, which is why we enlisted the help of experts and artisans to supplement our crew. There's one fellow we're all wishing we'd steer clear of, though. After we left port, I caught the Crescent trying to latch onto one of the lifeboats. We managed to lock him in the hold, but the Vidral said about drinking all the rum in sight. In the end, we tied him up and stuffed him in one of the barrels he drained dry. Looks like you had a good chat with the crew. That's the thing with seafaring. A close-knit crew is indispensable out on the open sea. I know there's talk of me feats in reaching Tyrol, but in truth, I couldn't have done it without me fellow explorers. Wherever the wind might take us, I consider it my duty to get us all back in one piece. We'll be entering Shade's Triangle any moment now. Look sharp. I wonder who the drunkard is. Isn't somebody we know? Land ho! Hold steady, we sail straight for her. Aye aye. Where's the blasted island? We just had it in our sights. Land spotted off the starboard stern. What? Don't tell me we careened right past it. Get this hulk turned around. Lost sight of the damn thing again. Shifted Mirage was right on the money. If the isle itself was moving, the waves would be surging right over the bulwark. This is no natural phenomenon. Something's messing with our perception. Ye deserved heed my call. Deserved or not, onward we sail. Who are you talking to? Strange voice, you say? I didn't hear a thing. What in the... I lost control of the rudder. It's like something's reeling us in. Gods. It couldn't be the island, could it? How's the hull looking? No obvious damage, but the ship's stuck fast. It's almost as if we dropped anchor. Perfectly docked and without a single scratch. If I mean, a helmsman alive who could have managed that. I fear she'll end up like that if we try and shift her. I reckon we were brought here by some sort of arcane trickery. Trapped too, most likely. Magic right to our destination. Quite the stroke of luck, if you ask me. There's nothing for it but to get this expedition underway. With the ship pinned in place, there's not much we can do except take a look around. Convenient that there's still a passage to Tuliolo, even though we're trapped here. The voice you heard on the ship, I'm starting to wonder whether that wasn't some kind of summons. I'm glad to have you with us, regardless. As for the isle itself, I assumed it was uninhabited. Certainly wasn't expecting to come across this phantom village. Like it's not, there's some sort of ward encompassing the island to keep us here. That said, there's a chance the ethereal currents could circumvent that ward, assuming you could tap into one. Might be worth a try if adventure calls you elsewhere. Any road. As much as I'd like to gather the crew and get stuck right in, we better secure the perimeter first. And I thought I'd give you a journal where, to jot down your findings along the way. Figure there's more than a few folks out here who'd appreciate a record of your exploits here. Fill the pages and give them something to sink their teeth into. If you wish to return to Tuliolo at any point during the expedition, interact with the ethereal current by the moored ship. The corresponding current at the high tide harbor facilitates travel back to the Occult Crescent. New entries, prominent terms and characters will be added to the record. Kettenram Vlofistin has been added to the Occult record. Ah, not a single soul in sight. No use pondering, though. We better take a look around when we've got off names stands guard. As long as the ship's safe, so are the provisions on board, and that means one less worry while we're out getting our bearings. Let me know if you find anything of interest. Once carved by skilled hands, this ether-infused stone exudes a faint glow. It's unclear whether the stone emits light naturally or if some internal mechanism is causing the illumination. Foliage choking the building and the overall state of decay suggests it's been abandoned for some time, left to the mercy of the elements. Also, is my occult... Is it under duty? Collection? Yeah, occult record. In the year 1497, in the 6th Austral Era, a Leminsan sea-wolf explorer of 20 summers plotted a westward course for Hingashi, embarking on a fateful voyage that would catapult him into the ranks of legend. Unbeknownst to him and his crew, a great continent lay between them in the far east, and it was not the splendor of Kugane, but the shores of Tyrol that ultimately lay upon the horizon. Having made landfall, Kettenram roamed the interior, ultimately reaching Mamuk, the vast home of the Mamulja. There he met then Autarch Galul Jaja, whom he struck up a firm friendship. Together, the pair ranged the land, length and breadth of Tyrol, spurred on by the same adventurous spirit that led the old sailor to this mysterious isle. The village has been added to the occult record. Perched upon the eastern tip of the occult crescent, this compact settlement is deathly silent, save for the gentle sluicing of the plaza fountain. Though its stone structures are weathered and overgrown, its orderly state of the town implies a degree of active preservation by some unknown hand. The harbor, the forlorn wrecks of outbound ships, are a testament to the fearsome reputation of Shade's Triangle. Two shipwrecks are visible in the eerily still bay. No doubt once crewed by brave sailors seeking the inner reaches of Shade's Triangle. Judging from their orientation, the vessels must have sunk while attempting to leave the island. There's no telling what whether the souls on board were also lost to the waves. If you have finished investigating the area, Kettenram will be keen to learn of your findings. Yep. Guessing you're no closer to solving the Isle's mysteries either. Looking at these structures, I'd say the settlement's ancient. The original inhabitants may be long gone, but I was half hoping to find a few survivors from the wrecks at the very least. Anyhow, this building in particular took me interest. I managed to force the lock. I don't want you to think me a habit of breaking locks and general skullduggery, other than when strictly necessary, of course. Let's take a look inside, shall we? Sarcophagus, do you reckon? Wouldn't get too close if I were you. I sense arcane trickeries afoot. This candle's being kept alight by natural means. Are being kept alight by natural means. That's for damn sure. Just as I thought. Experience telling me a ward like this lava's jumping through hoops to dispel it. Only ye deserved may lay claim. Let me see what I can do. Not sure which is a more confounding mystery. Your magic touch or this godforsaken rock we're standing on. I'm also like, why do I want to open a sarcophagus? Somebody's sleeping. it a Lalafell? No, it's a Tonberry. It's a Tonberry, isn't it? Yeah! A Tonberry? Quick, I'm a scholar, don't worry. Ah, thoroughly refreshed and raring to go. And who might you two be? Wasn't expecting a common tongue. You take me for some benign fool? Ah, but perhaps a valid supposition given my current form. You stand before the archive, the very definition of erudition. Now, hurry up and introduce yourselves. I'm a scholar, I like Tonberries. Those keen, searching eyes of yours. Clearly you have an inquisitive mind like no other, save my own, that is. I'm Kettenram, an explorer hailing from Limsa Laminza. We're here on an expedition backed by the nation of Tuliolo. Limsa, what now? Tuliolo? I visited each of the 12 city-states and learned all there is to know about the peoples and cultures, but those names ring unfamiliar. To think a whole nation would elude me. Tell me, when exactly was this Tuliolo founded? The 7th astral era? I moved to the island to avoid spreading the affliction that left me as you see, and promptly fell into a deep slumber. Memory serves, such plague swept the realm at the end of the 5th astral era, but that means you've been asleep for more than 1,500 years. That would explain why I feel so well rested. Now that I'm awake, I should very much like to see what's become of the Isle. Certainly don't recall the memorial fountain being so begrimed with algae. Perhaps you do speak the truth. This strange ether I sense pervading the island. Could it be a ward of sorts? And the noggin still foggy after that eons-long slumber. There was a time when I knew all kinds of things. The name of every battle, the weight of the riches of the world, to the eons. I was a wise old man, a gushing font of knowledge. Say, I could be a real boon for your expedition once I get up to speed. I shall join you in your endeavors. Let us venture forth into this mysterious isle. Seeing as there's nothing else in the settlement out to kill us, I think it's time we get the crew ashore and earning their keep. I'll be right back. Hopefully we can learn more about the isle from our newfound co-conspirator. It's Geralt. Geralt's the guy who snuck aboard, isn't it? Because there's relic weapons to be made here. It's totally him, right? Perry! Would you care to elaborate upon what brought you here? So the isle lies in the heart of Shade's Triangle, and many a ship has gone missing in these waters. You mentioned the wrecks out here in the bay. It's unreasonable to think some of the sailors would have made it to shore. Why did no one wake me? Bro, I took one look at you and sealed the sarcophagus back up. Never mind that. I'm puzzled by the strange voice only I can hear. We killed Heidelin. You mean to imply someone summoned you here? Clearly it wasn't me. I've been sound asleep for the last few millennia, give or take. What a tantalizing conundrum. We simply must get to the bottom of this. Is it knowledge you seek? What manner of creature is this? It's a fairy! That's your nation's whole thing. Familiar, methinks. Looks like the fairy is employed by Nemean scholars of Eld. Was it you who summoned her? Me? Preposterous. I would have summoned something more statuesque. How rude. My name is Iris, and I certainly wasn't called forth by a wizened little wretch like you. Wizened? You mean wise, you petulant little whelp? Honestly, who would ever summon a companion so lacking in manners? I know exactly what I meant, and you, sir, are lacking in wisdom. A seal has been placed upon your worldly knowledge, thus preventing its use. You can only speak of that which the lithe individual over here has seen and learned firsthand. Is that so? Well, that explains why I can't muster the faintest mode of magic. I tried to heal myself earlier to no avail. Centuries of sleep on that cold stone slab really took its toll on my lower back. Enough of your aching bones. Iris, where's your master? Let me try a different tack. Why were you summoned here? I don't know. I look like someone else had their knowledge sealed away. If I'm wizened and lack in wisdom, then you're not but an unfamiliar. I'll tell you one thing. That fairy was steeped in the same ether permeating the island. As I surmised, with a strange ward covering the island in its entirety, no doubt those ships in the bay were caught in its pull. Well, wards can't just cast themselves, meaning someone's responsible for those poor souls who perished in Shade's Triangle. Methinks our focus ought to be finding out what we can about this individual. Let's not forget the strange voice you keep hearing. For all we know, it could be connected in some way. Right, let's go speak with Jeffrey over yonder. He ought to have word on progress back at the base camp. Fellow back pain sufferer, are you? The spell I tried to cast is Spinal Zap. Some say it's the finest example of white magic ever to grace the pages of the arcane tome. I couldn't even recall the name of the spell before. Am I remembering it now because you've heard me speak of trying to cure my aches and pains? My poor noggin, this is all so perplexing. Jeffrey's over there at the western gate. Let's head out and find out about things. What's up, Jeffrey? You'll be pleased to hear that the preparations are well underway. I sent the advance party to scout ahead while the ship's being unloaded. They've already found an ideal spot to stage forays into the island's southern reaches, and they're setting up camp as we speak. When you're ready to head out, just say the word. Once you're out in the field, you'll have to speak Kettenram to decide how to proceed. Support crew will be stationed here in town, but be sure to avail yourself of their services if you're in need. And if you're after a weaponsmith, word is we hired a truly remarkable craftsman for the expedition, judging by his reputation. He'll soon have your weapons home to deadly perfection. Smithery will be set up over yonder. Drop by if you're interested. That's all for me. Give me a shot when you're ready to make for the encampment. Whether you choose to join your fellow explorers in large-scale battles against the fiercest foes, or take to the Crescent's denizens in a series of small skirmishes, There are many ways to proceed and much to uncover on these shores. The following pages contain a detailed explanation of what you might expect on the Occult Crescent. Okay. Accessible for Disciples of War, Magic level 100 and above. The required average is level 690, nice, and the item level will be synced up to 700. Players may change to a different job with a sufficient level while in a duty. Hey, Red 13. All players are subject to a separate leveling system while exploring the Occult Crescent, indicated by their knowledge level. Participating in large-scale battles or slaying the island's fiends will bolster your knowledge akin to experience points. In facing the fiends of the Occult Crescent, your knowledge will significantly impact the outcome of any battle. To improve your chances of survival when roaming the wilds, be sure to accrue as much knowledge as you are able. Discrepancies between your knowledge level and that of your foes will affect the damage you deal and receive. You'll do well to make sure you choose your marks carefully before engaging. While exploring the island, you may participate in critical encounters, large-scale battles with 72 combatants. Emerging victorious in these perilous endeavors will garner a wealth of knowledge and other rewards. Critical encounters are not affected by your knowledge level and can be attempted regardless of your progress. Additionally, during the course of the expedition return, the return action is replaced by Occult Return, which enables it to return to base camp without penalty or lengthy recast time. Oh, people are here now. This ethereal familiar appeared shortly after the Archive's awakening, claiming authoritatively that the man's wisdom was sealed away and can only be accessible when it concerns matters that the Warrior of Light has witnessed firsthand. When pressed about her own purpose, however, she too confessed ignorance. Compounding the mystery, the Archive senses the same ether that envelops the island emanating from the fairy. Could her master be the unseen hand presiding over the Occult Crescent? Also, I should go... I don't know if Occult Crescent is a thing that shows up on Wondrous Tales, but I should go grab my Wondrous Tales. Yeah, there is no... Nope, no Occult Crescent here. Since an eastbound flow of ethereal energy riding this current will provide passage to the Phantom Village. A run-addled reprobate. Wouldn't be surprised if we found him floating in the sea. Oh, I've needed a smithy, do we? I'm afraid we ain't up and running yet. Truth be told, the weaponsmith we ironed bolted before we could finish setting up shop. Master of his craft by all accounts, but he's nothing but old trouble since he set foot on the ship, trying to escape, so we threw him in the old... Woes didn't end there, though. He drank most of the booze we brought along for the expedition. I tell you, the bugger was pickled by the time we hauled him out. Any road, bastard's now gone and disappeared. That fellow you speak of sounds vaguely familiar. Yeah? Either you're already acquainted with the scoundrel, or I ordered his home to more cantankerous weaponsmiths than I thought. Needless to say, there ain't many folk willing to sail for Shade's Triangle. While we were scratching around trying to find someone, a certain enterprising woman put us in touch. They say there ain't a finer weaponsmith alive today, but he drinks like a sailor on shore leave and is up to his neck in debt. He signed up for the expedition to settle his dues. Any road can't have gone far. It's not like there's any way off this rock. If he's half as good as they say, I reckon it'll be a boon for your adventuring eyes to keep peeled. To run into a shirtless rumso good for nothing by the name of Geralt, tell him to come see me. There he is. As I mentioned, Shade's Triangle when I signed up for the Godsam contract. Talk about false bloody pretenses. More fools for trusting that wily Harridan, eh? Who the hell's it? Oh, bugger me. I can't do one bleeding job without you showing your ugly mug. And said there's never a dull moment when us two team up. How about we finish the job sharpish and get off this desolate rock, eh? You must have had a hard time coaxing him back. Apologies for all the trouble. Right, with the smithy up and running, it's high time you start earning your keep. Listen here, do you really think I'm gonna sully me hammer and tongs knocking out work any village smith with half a brain can handle? No, nothing less than nigh impossible feats of genius stroke me fire these days. Stoke me fire, stroke me fires. Yeah. Says the impudent sod who drank the old bloody dry, racking up more debt in the process. You're hardly in a position to dictate terms. Though it does seem daft to fork over eye-water and sums to hire Eorzea's finest weaponsmith, only to have him forge in plain old swords and shields. Any ideas, adventurer? I'm sure Eorzea's finest weaponsmith has his own ideas. He does, as a matter of fact, devise a new means of refining weapons and armor. Couldn't help but notice all the ether permeating this place. Reckon I'll tap into that somehow. Of course, I'll need raw materials. Some magic warped ore from the Isle should do just the trick. So, as you're after, our surveyors will soon be conducting a preliminary excavation. Is that all you'll need to start? Hardly. If that were the case, any old fool could do the job. Magical properties can be fleeting and elusive. Without any means to properly harness ether, there's every chance the ore will degrade in the process. So we're requiring something else besides raw materials. Any inkling as to what that might be? Sometimes a foul beastie throws a death will leave behind a crystallized chunk of their life essence. I've used this stuff in the past, and while it ain't exactly common, I'd wager you'll find it on this bastard rock. Not that it's unique to the island, mind. I'm sure you'll find it elsewhere, too. Does that mysterious crystal have a name? It does. Demi-Atma. Thank you for providing the spark for our weaponsmith needed. Looks like he's committed to fulfilling his contractual duties at the very least. Say how you feel about ending the Fiend Felon part of the gambit. While you're out acquiring the Demi-Atma, I'll see how amenable Geralt is to elping around the smithy. I reckon that's a reasonable diversion of labor. Saga of Arcane Might. Fates and critical encounters in the Occult Crescent Southern Horn. They can also be obtained from fates in other regions. Regions are Urkopacha, Kozamauka, Yaktel, Shaloni, and Heritage found in Living Memory. 6 kind, 3 of each to be sure my work is foolproof. Okay. I'm probably gonna go for the gunblade, because, like... Oh, wrong button. I, like... As cool as it is that I beat Valley Garmonda, the fact that this gunblade, the tassels do not obey gravity at all, bugs the hell out of me. If you took the tassels off this gunblade, I'd like it a lot more. This man a white mage or a black mage? Black mage. He looks like a blue mage, but that's just patently wrong. We can explore in the Crescent Southern Horn. When you're good and prepared, speak with Jeffrey. Hustle, such hustle, such bustle. The town's awash with sailors. I'd say, I hope you find some time in between gallivanting about to teach me of this Tuliolo. Occult Crescent Southern Horn. We'd be hard-pressed to find a better location to stage an expedition than this, and I think we found something akin to an aetheryte. With any luck, there'll be a few more dotted about the isle, so avail yourselves of. Be sure you attune to this one before leaving camp. Speaking of leaving, our advance party scoured the area and brought back a few bits and bobs of interest. The archive was appraised in the cache, but soon scampered off to start looking around the heap of rubble. We better see what he's up to. You tuned yourself to an Ethernet shard and now have access to the Isle's Ethernet. Additional shards can be found across the Occult Crescent. Attune to them to facilitate faster travel throughout the island. There you are, I've got something crystalline to show you. Just as I thought. Because you laid eyes on the crystal, I was able to tap into my wealth of learning on the topic. The sealed knowledge business is awfully frustrating, I must say. What I handed you is a soul shard from the fifth astral era. Contained within is a phantasmal record of the arcane arts and combat disciplines pioneered by the 12 city-states of Eld. I'm sure the methods you modern combatants employ are far more refined than those of my day. Nonetheless, you might benefit from learning the old ways of waging war. Under normal circumstances, I'd find myself a soul shard and fight alongside you, but I can't access what's inside, thwarted again by the steel of that diminutive little scallywag spoke of. Given that you were summoned here especially, I dare say you'll have no trouble using it, however. Go on, try fixing it to your garb. Phantom jobs. Soul Shard in your possession gives you access to 3 Phantom jobs: Phantom Knight, Phantom Monk, and Phantom Bard. These supplementary jobs can each be selected via the Phantom Job window. Selecting Phantom Job enables the use of job-specific Phantom actions. Phantom actions are displayed on the Phantom Action panel, from which they may be selected for execution. Much like other actions, Phantom actions can be registered to the hotbar. You're currently a Phantom Freelancer. Select your chosen Phantom job in the window to proceed with the expedition. Speak with the Expedition Advisor here at the base camp, or Jeffrey in the Phantom Village to learn more about the Occult Crescent. Phantom Bard for me. Okay. Can I move this? Aha. Arthur tells me that Crystal Eye is filled with knowledge of the ancient combat techniques. Might come in handy on your excursions. It would seem you've managed to interface with the Soul Shard. There's one caveat, I believe. It'll only work with within the confines of this Isle's ward. Nevertheless, as you accumulate more knowledge, you'll soon be able to draw on more potent techniques. What's more, I don't think that's the only Soul Shard on the island. I'm positive you'll acquire others in your travels. The more you possess, the greater the array of ancient techniques you'll have at your fingertips. I shan't keep you from your excursions any longer, though you'd better speak to that imposing lass over there before you depart. Nestled within the ruins of the old fortification, the encampment is an ideal location for which to stage forays into the south horn of the island. While the surrounding walls of the offer sufficient protection from the nearby fields, the focal point of the camp is a device indistinguishable from aetherite that ought to facilitate swift travel on the island. Intriguingly, these ruins exhibit a different architectural style to that of the Phantom Village, though when and by whom they were first built is yet to be determined. The walls have seen better days, but they're solid enough. Give me a second. As long as we secure the entrances, the camp will be safe while we're out roaming the Isle. Roaming's all well and good, but we'll need a firm plan of action if we're to make any headway. Before you leave, let's consider our approach. During the course of the expedition, the Archive uncovered crystalline objects containing distilled knowledge of ancient martial methods. Known as soul shards, these fragments allow the bearer to wield an array of long-forgotten techniques. According to the scholar turned Tonberry, the crystals will cease to function upon leaving the Occult Crescent, thus limiting their efficacy to the Isle. Nonetheless, they should provide a boon when dealing with its more combative fauna. In my prime, I could wield all manner of deadly weapons and dread magics. Fie on that irksome seal. Seems to me the more we learn about this island, the further we get from unraveling its secrets. There's a voice only you can hear, and the Isle Ward and the seal on the archive's knowledge that Fae familiar and her master. Not to mention that finding a settlement on such a remote island is past and strange to begin with. But before we get to satisfying our curiosity, we have a more pressing concern to address. Safety. Me and crew are peerless, yourself included, but I've seen negligence and lack of preparation lay low the finest explorers, which is why I intend to thoroughly appraise the threats that lurk beyond the walls. As a resident freelance extraordinaire, I want you to fell 3 different species of fiend and share your findings from each encounter. At the very least, it'll be an opportunity to test that crystal of yours. Provide me with any information you gather. The more you see and share, the more we chip away at that blasted seal. I'm assuming... Oh, no, not Mount Roulette. Yeah. I can't summon him here. Okay, got that. Oh, they beat P12S. Oh no, not P12S, M12S. Not 12. Numbers. How do numbers work? 8. 8. That's how numbers work. We do not currently have 12. Dispatch those fiends and share your findings that you might partake in my unsealed wisdom. We encountered a whole herd of gorilla? That's rare indeed to see such notoriously territorial creatures banded together. Maybe it's a regional adaptation? You see, listen, you also vanquished the flying lizard and a bandersnatch. The former are known for their treetop nests, and the latter are often found prowling mountainous regions in search of prey. No naturalists, but they don't sound like species you normally find out on an island such as this. Suppose someone could have transported them here, but why go through all that trouble? I can answer that, or at least I could, were it not for that vexatious seal. In other words, we'll be relying on missing to document what he finds on his travels. Honestly, I'm starting to think that Iris wasn't far off the mark about ye. Roam far and wide, help me unseal my vast reserves of knowledge, and thus prove this lumbering clod wrong. With local fauna surveyed, I suggest we now seek signs of firmer habitation. There are plenty of structures besides the settlement that you found me in. To start, I want you to visit the ruins visible due south of the encampment and examine their architectural motifs. I look forward to hearing your account. I'm a smart boy. Wait, where though? Oh, there it is. That's too far away. I'm not gonna bother with it right now. Oh, hey. We're fine. Oh, summon a friend. I'm here to help. Let's see. There has to be an observation point around here, right? Right, it'll be one of those little sparkly inspecty things. I have so much like hard mode dungeons that I haven't unlocked on here. Here we go, Phantom Village. No, so that's Arcane Artistry. Why do I not? Is it not a quest? I was gonna put a tracker on it, but Will I be able to take this on? We shall see. Oh. The answer might be no. Tank now. Oh fuck. No! Heck. Is that a red mage? That is a red that is a red mage, yeah? Yeah. No, that's a paladin. Shit. Don't suppose there's anyone around to res me? No. I do not know why my chat periodically keeps appearing there. I want to figure out how to stop that. Maybe find a different chat app to use. What? Maybe I'm a bit too far from the truth. Alright, cool. Well. Follow this party. I don't know where they're going, but... Oh, hey, I did get some stuff from that, though. These people look like they're going somewhere with a purpose. Oh, there's a fate over there. Oh. Survey point. Rough-hewn stone fortress looks to for centuries past its abandonment in the original by the original occupants. Though its vaunted corridors now echo with the restless prowling of monstrous denizens. Architecturally, the rhomboid motifs in cavernous central dome bears a striking similarity to the Amdapori ruins discovered in the Twelves Wood, The presence of multiple stone guardians also implies some relation to ancient Ambivore. Critical encounter over there. Okay. Well, let me head down to this one first. I can get this aetherite. Oh, hello. Okay. Oh. Yellow's orange, right? Not yet. Nope. Shout. Maybe I'll just invite some randos. One more. I'm assuming I don't want to be in any of that. Okay, I see. Oh shit. Right here? Nope, not right there. Okay, we're fine. Everything's Daijobu. Less Daijobu. More Dai, less Jobu. kind of a neat mechanic. I kind of really like this. Oh, we have to get rid of these. Fuck. Oh, we're good. Oh fuck, those were pluses. Shit. Ah, fuck. I was gonna start rezzing people. Oh no, I was right on the overlap. I thought I might be able to sneak into a corner there. I'm not doing good. God damn it. Not a lot of time for me to recover here. Oh fuck. Hi. Okay, we're good. Right there, we're fine. Here. think I got the hang of it now. I think we're doing okay. The fuck? Since I'm almost done already. Let me see. Oh. I attuned to that one, didn't I? Yeah, I did. What's the question mark one mean? So opposite. So look at on the way. Oh fuck! I did a fuck. I'm enjoying this. This is neat. Okay, so look away. Look away. Just, I'm gonna keep looking away. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Look away. And look toward... God damn it. I hate this one. I'm having fun with the overall experience. This guy, fuck him. I'm not fan. Harvey... Also, I forget, do you lose experience for dying, or is it just going back to base? If you get res, do you not lose experience? Okay. Stay looking away. No. I am never going to get this down. So is it supposed to be do the opposite of the one you did last time? Because I looked at him twice, and I still got petrified. Look away. And then just, I'm gonna stay staring at him. I turned too early. How do I get to the Ethernet shard? This way. Also, am I supposed to be getting the stuff for the phantom weapons from just doing the encounters? Turtle man. Oh. I can't join. Oh well. Okay. Well. Is there a website that shows all of the little, lookout points for the, Oh, I shouldn't be here. These guys are powerful. The lookout points for the different pieces of architecture, too? I'll stay in this party. What are the runes divulge? Please don't spare a single detail. Ah, my noggin's awash with unlocked knowledge. The structure you explored sounds to me like an Amdapori keep. The mages of Amdapor are famed for having developed white magic with its focus on restorative and purifying arts. It was in the depths of such bastions that they honed the arcane craft. But ancient Amdapor was located in present-day Twelveswood. I've never heard tell of their people striking out this far into the Indigo Deep. People that size must have required a sizable workforce. The Amdapori were renowned for their use of life-imbued statues with constructions and defense. I dare say the structure you surveyed was built by such stone familiars. I sense I know a great deal more, but alas, the steel prevents me from expounding further. Might you visit the ruins and retrieve a sample of the stonework? Preferably something imbued with ether. In the heart of the keep, there ought to be a ceremonial chamber where they would have brought their creations to life. A magic chunk of masonry from such a place would surely suffice. There we go. That should be a sample interview stuff. Yeah, I did that. There you go. A fine sample indeed. I can feel the shuttered chambers in my mind creaking open. In short, it was not the Amdapor who built those structures. Do you think whoever summoned Iris might be responsible? Precisely. The residual magics within the stone are the same I felt emanating from Iris. It was her master who built those ruins. I thought Iris was Nimian. Do you reckon whoever summoned her could also command Amdapori golems? Indeed. We're dealing with an individual rivaling my own considerable talents. Unfortunately, I can't access the rest of my knowledge concerning the matter. I'm afraid that will require more fieldwork on your part, my friend. And considering that all we've seen thus far, there are doubtless signs of other civilizations here on the island. See if you can't find the ruins of 3 different distinct civilizations out there. Knowledge level up. Oh, is there a critical engagement happening? Are we just gonna ditch that for the critical engagement, perhaps? Ah, oh, fuck. Oh, I might. Oh no, I'm confused. There we go. I don't think we can make it to the critical engagement in time, can we? We can't get in here, can we? It's already begun. Yeah, it's already started. Well. Ah! Go away. Oh, shit. Well. Oh, they were gonna res me. I'm a dingus. Oh, well, I didn't lose any XP, so that's fine. Oh shit. Oh no, oh no. Scoot. Yeah, okay. Just always be by him. Awesome. Is there any more that they're going for? Okay, I might actually wrap up the stream here. It seems that I'm at the point where the thing that I am doing is grinding. So I'm probably just gonna chill. Get myself some soup. I need to figure out a new chat system, a new chat display system for this, because I don't know why this keeps popping up. It's bugging me. But thank you guys for hanging out. Let's see who else is live. Finish Warships playing some Magic. Let's go over there. Thank you guys for hanging out. Raid messages you have found the missing persons. I'll see you whenever I'm next live, probably tomorrow. Deltarune in 6 tomorrows. So I'm excited for that. I finished up my save file last night, so I'm all ready for chapters 3 and 4.